students of class 8A and 8B. Welcome to this civics class. Today's topic, the Union Executive Points, limitations of the President, Vice President, term of office, powers and functions as acting President. First point, limitations of the President. The President of India has some limitations. That means the President has to work under some limitations. What type of limitations? The President cannot work independently in some cases, especially when the President can take any decision. He or she is supposed to consult the Prime Minister, means real executives, the Prime Ministers as well as the Council of Ministers. So in consultation with the Prime Ministers and the Council of Ministers, the President has to take decision. For example, the President is going to appoint any person as the executive, as the Chief Justice of Supreme Court or Chief Justices of High Courts, or judges of the Supreme Court, High Courts, or governors, or ambassadors and other dignitaries, portfolios. In that case, the President cannot appoint directly. The President has to consult the real executives, means the Prime Ministers, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. And another thing is that the matter of declaring emergency is the right of the President. The President can declare national emergency, financial emergency, constitutional emergency throughout the country during the crisis period. But after the declaration of emergency, the President has to take consent from the Parliament. If Parliament considers that declaration of emergency is not emergency, is not a matter of emergency, in that case, that very declaration ceases to be operated. How? Because it is depending on the decision of the Parliament, and it has to be done within 1 month. After the declaration of emergency, within 1 month, the permission or the grant or the consent from the Parliament has to be obtained by the President. Otherwise, it ceases to be operated. That's why the President cannot work independently. He has some limitations, and under such limitations, the President has to work. And next one, Vice President. Who is Vice President? Vice President is appointed, Vice President is elected indirectly through the Electoral College. Now, why is this? In order to assist the work of the President of India, the Vice President is elected. The Vice President has some works, some term of office. Number one, the Vice President is elected for a term of 5 years. And he or she can continue in the office till the next elected member takes charges. This is the system. That means a person can continue his or her office until a new person is being elected as the Vice President of India. So the term of the Vice President is about 5 years. And next one, powers and functions. What are the powers and functions of the Vice President? The Vice President is the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The Vice President can appoint 12 members. The Vice President can nominate 12 members in the Rajya Sabha. The Vice President regulates the proceedings of the House. As ex-officio chairman, the Vice President regulates the proceedings of the House, or means the Rajya Sabha. The Vice President decides upon the resolutions to be passed in the Rajya Sabha, whether the resolution taken in the Rajya Sabha would be granted or not. It is depending on the Vice President, since he is the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. He or she receives foreign delegates he or she takes over as the acting president in the following under such circumstances. Why does he take charge as the acting president of India? Now I am going to teach. The vice president has some duties and responsibilities as the acting president in the following cases. Number one, when the president passes away, means due to sudden death of the president, the vice president can take charge of his or her office. Resignation or removal of the president. Whenever the president is removed from his or her office under the allegations of under the allegations brought against his or her name, and he fails to establish that allegations brought against his or her name is correct or not. If he fails to establish, if he fails to make it correct, in that case the president has to be removed from his office. The president is removed from his or her office. Now but whenever the president is removed from his or her office, the vice president takes over the charge. The vice president takes the charge of his office, his or her office. And another factor is due to ill health, the president can resign. Whenever the president puts his resignation letter, in that case the vice president can take the charge of his or her office as the acting president. And next one, in case of illness or absence of the president in the office to discharge the orders, the vice president is temporarily become the acting president of India. And when the vice president presides over the president's office, when the vice president presides over the president's office, his or her position gets dignified but not stronger. That means an acting president can temporarily become the president, but he is not the actual president. In absence of president, during the time of illness, during the period of the charge brought against the president remains busy in establishing his innocence. During that period, he or she can become, the vice president can become an acting president, but he or she does not obtain the real power like president. That means the president's office or position, whatever is given to the vice president as acting president, gets dignified, but temporarily gets dignified but not stronger like the president of India, because he or she is not the president. She or he is an acting president and works instead of the president. So up to this, my dear students, today's teaching up to next day, the remaining part will be taught to you.